everyone, so in today's video I quickly wanted to have a talk about the Harry Potter House editions. Here I have the Chamber of Secrets Ravenclaw edition, this is the paperback edition, as well as the Gryffindor paperback edition of the Chamber of Secrets, and also the hardback of the Philosopher Stone and the Ravenclaw edition. This always looks a bit dark, so there you go, you can see it a bit better there. Okay, so because next month the third book, Prisoner of Azkaban, will be released in the House edition, I thought I would quickly make a video about the House editions and also, are they worth their money? Do you have to buy them? Is it like a must if you're a Harry Potter fan, or is it just like, yeah, something you could have, but actually it's not worth the money? So in this video we're gonna talk about that, so let's jump right in. Okay, so first of all you can say that these editions came out in the 20 years anniversary of Magic kind of celebration, which also says the little sticker on this book here, it says 20 years of Harry Potter Magic. 20 years of Harry Potter Magic, there you go. So yeah, that's the reason for them to come out, and since that all started they came out yearly. And this year in June the next one is due to come. Okay, so first of all you can see that all the editions that I have here are like black in the background and then the color of the house in the foreground. But that actually is kind of a coincidence, because for the first one here, Prisoner of Azkaban, it works that way that the hardcover editions are black in the background and the foreground is the color of the house. As for the paperbacks of them, they actually are the color of the house and then there's black on the foreground, so it's kind of the opposite way this one is. And as for these two, the Chamber of Secrets, here it is the way that the paperback editions are the black ones and have the color of the house in the foreground. And actually the hardbacks are like kind of, you can see it here on the sprayed edges, like this color is then the color that the whole book would have. Okay, so that means that if you collect the books of a certain house in the certain paperback or hardback, then you actually have like the striped kind of pattern to mark, yeah, the different books. And yeah, just it was kind of a coincidence that I first of all got this, and then I decided to buy the paperbacks because they are a bit cheaper. And I do like these books, so if I intend to buy the others, I think it's kind of much too, especially then for two houses, but also just for one house, to always buy the hardback. So I decided to go for the paperbacks then. And what also is a little disappointing for me is that, I mean, these editions, they are all just about design, so there is a bit of bonus content, but you buy them because they look beautiful and they represent the house. And I think it's kind of a shame that if you look below this cover here, is actually just black. And on the spine, there is kind of, it says the title and it's kind of this metallic style, which I do like. But I think it's a bit sad that completely here there's actually nothing. I think it would have been a lot nicer if you actually would have, yeah, wrote the title at least on there, or yeah, you could have done some hidden details there. That would have been really nice, but yeah, it's not that way. So yeah, this is what the first one, the Philosopher's Stone, looks like. This is the Ravenclaw edition. As you can see, there you have the logo. There it says Ravenclaw, and you can actually see that there's a book, because of course Ravenclaw is the house of wisdom, learning, so books do fit here. It also says with learning wisdom, which are like the mottos of Ravenclaw. And then you can see that at the top of the book you also have like a roll of parchment, and then next to it is like a fox, and on the other side there's a bird. Here on the side you have a raven, which again fits to the house of Ravenclaw. And then here you have an owl, which also fits because obviously owls stand for wisdom. And there it fits, that is on the book of Ravenclaw. Yeah, that actually are most of the details you have here. Now onto the details of the other books. So these are both editions for the Chamber of Secrets, and if you have a first look on them, they look quite similar. So you can see that both of them have kind of this is the door of the Chamber of Secrets, like with these serpents that go above each other. That is, the entrance to Chamber of Secrets. On the Gryffindor ones, it's the same. But there are still major differences, and not just the color of the book. So first of all, you can see that here at the top you've got an owl at the Ravenclaw book, which stands for wisdom. Then you can see that all over this book you have this little, like here you can see them, the pixies. I think first of all if it's because they are obviously blue, and the students get to see them in Lockhart's class, who is a Ravenclaw if you didn't know that. So this also seems fitting. Here you have again an eagle, and then you can see, here's again a small pixie that just says Ravenclaw. And if you look here, you can actually see Morning Myrtle, who's also a Ravenclaw. And this is the cover of the Ravenclaw one. Moving on to the Gryffindor one, you can see that here's again the door of the Chamber of Secrets. Then you actually have a dragon here, which should stand for bravery. Moving on to this side, you can see that here there actually is the sword of Godric Gryffindor. And on top of that, you can see Fawkes, the phoenix, or Dumbledore's phoenix, who's helping Harry in the Chamber of Secrets, as well as the Sorting Hat here on top, who also helps Harry in the Chamber of Secrets. Obviously, he pulls Gryffindor's sword straight out of the hat. And then on top there's also a sun, which I think is just like a symbol of kind of power. So this is the cover of the Gryffindor one. Moving on to what it says on the back. On these two editions, the Chamber editions, it actually, there you can see a little description, and that is actually nearly the same description, both books. So it's not very specific. As for this one, you have actually here an image of the Grey Lady, which is of course the ghost of Ravenclaw. Inside the books there's bonus content as well in the beginning of the books as in the end. So there you go, here starts the book, and it actually says that it starts with page 1. But in front of that you obviously have the map, and so here are some Ravenclaw informations, for example, like the Grey Lady, and here you have House Relic, House Library, Rowena Ravenclaw. So this is all bonus content which differs between the book. Ravenclaw and introduction. This is all very well made, and actually here you obviously have a content, but it's not like that there are chapters, but just the bonus content overview. And then on the back of the book there's some more bonus content, including a quiz, for example. You can see here that there's the sorting and a quiz. And then on the back you also have memorable Ravenclaw students, as for example here it is Luna Lovegood and the common room there. And this is Morning Myrtle. Gilderoy Lockhart, as I just said, is also a Ravenclaw. Phileas Flitwick, and all this stuff. So this is kind of really interesting. So it's very well made, and I also really like it. Moving on to this one, where you first of all can say that the bonus content is different. So it's not like redundant that if you have already the first book you don't need to buy the second one. No, there's actually different bonus content. As you can see, here's also an introduction to Ravenclaw, but it's a different one than in the first book. Here again starts Harry Potter, so it's not much bonus content at the front, but there's quite a lot at the end. For example, also here you can see is the Ravenclaw common room and all this stuff. So it's very well made. In the Gryffindor one, you have different bonus content. So you also have an introduction to Gryffindor, And then in the end you get a picture of the Gryffindor common room, as well as a quiz about Hogwarts. And obviously also Gryffindor in that quiz. So yeah, I do think that that is very nice. What is also important is to say that all these books have sprayed edges. So the paperbacks have kind of the sprayed edges in one color. So you can see this is red. And the hardbacks have two colors, so the two house colors. This is striped. And I do really like the sprayed edges, so it was very nice to read it with the sprayed edges. It's also kind of satisfying when you, every time you have a new page, you can kind of, it's always sticks a bit together at the back of the side, so you can, yeah, kind of unzip that, and that's kind of nice. A little reward every time you read a new page, but yeah, that's kind of fun. So, yeah, I think the price for this book is actually okay. I think I paid like $7, yeah, it says $7.99 on the back. So I think that's actually an okay price, at least for the paperbacks. But I think that if you already have the normal Harry Potter editions, if you are really a fan and you are interested in the bonus content and you just like the colors and the covers and you want a bit of house pride, then I think it's a good investment, because these are very nice books. But I do think that it's not necessary to buy them, because although there is bonus content, it's not like that there are 100 pages of bonus content. I say it's like less than that, definitely a lot less. So yeah, if you have the space and the money and enjoy it, you can definitely buy these books, because they are detailed and they are very nicely made, but it's not really necessary to get them just to be a part of all the Harry Potter fans. It's also okay if you don't have them. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I see you again in my next one. Bye!